Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the channel. Today, we'll take a look at top 10 performances of Sammy Davis. Before you begin, be sure to like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future updates. Number 10, Sergeants 3 1962. In 1870, Mike, Chip, and Larry are three lusty, brawling United States cavalry sergeants stationed in Indian Territory. Mike and Chip are hellbent on stopping Larry from following out his plan to leave the army at the end of his current assignment and marry the lovely Amelia Parent. One night, the three friends befriend Jonah Williams, a trumpet-playing former slave who dreams of becoming a trooper, when a tribe of fanatical Indians begins terrorizing the neighborhood. Chip decides to try to capture the tribe's leader. He slips into the Indians' secret meeting location, accompanied by Jonah, while they are performing one of their mystery rites, but he is detected and taken prisoner. Number 9, A Man Called Adam 1966. Adam Johnson is a gifted African-American jazz cornetist who suffers from poor health, racism, drunkenness, and a short temper, as well as sorrow over the deaths of his wife and kid years ago. As a result, he has a corrosive attitude that irritates even his closest friends, such as Nelson, his best friend, and Vincent, a young Caucasian trumpeter whom Adam mentors. After walking out on his jazz quintet and arriving home inebriated, Adam discovers important civil rights movement activist Claudia Ferguson and her grandfather, Willie Ferguson, who is also a well-known jazz trumpeter. In his apartment, Nelson has granted them entrance to the flat, but despite having given his permission, Adam is nasty to both of them, even making a vulgar pass at Claudia. Number 8, Anna Lucasta 1958. Joe Lucasta hears at the family home in Los Angeles that his friend Otis had sold a farm in Alabama and distributed the earnings to his children. Rudolph, Otis' son, is bringing his share to California, where Otis hopes Joe may find Rudolph a wife. Stanley and Frank, Joe's son and son-in-law, are hoping to receive the money by finding Rudolph a wife. Joe's wife Teresa suggests youngest daughter Anna, whom Joe had kicked out of the house some time before. Despite her disinterest in the money, Teresa believes Anna is good and sees this as an opportunity for her to start over. Stanley, Frank, and Frank's wife Stella, who also happens to be Anna's and Stanley's sister, consider Anna as a slut, but will try to make her appear respectable in order to deceive Rudolph. Joe opposes their plans for Rudolph's money as well as Anna's homecoming, as he holds her in low regard. Frank eventually persuades Joe to go to Anna's last known location, a dockside cafe in San Diego, and bring her home. Number 7, Salt and Pepper 1968. Chris Pepper, Lawford, and Charlie Salt Davis run a nightclub in swinging London, which they run under the watchful eye of Inspector Crabbe. Pepper discovers an Asian girl on the club's dance floor one night. He sets up a date with her, assuming she's intoxicated or high, and believes she reacts. The girl turns out to be dying, and her death sets in motion a chain of events that leads to the unlucky Salt and Pepper becoming involved in a plot to topple the British government, with the girl's final words serving as the key. Number 6, Alice in Wonderland 1985. Alice in Wonderland is a 1985 American made-for-television adventure family fantasy musical film based on Lewis Carroll's books Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1865, and Through the Looking Glass, 1871. It featured a large all-star cast of prominent actors and actresses, and was directed by Irwin Allen. Natalie Gregory, who wore a blonde wig for this mini-series, played the titular role. From March 12, 1985, to May 28, 1985, it was shot in Los Angeles at the MGM Studios, now known as Sony Pictures Studios, in Culver City over a 55-day period. The oyster scene was filmed at Malibu Beach, while the establishing shots of Alice's mansion were shot at the SS Hines estate, also in the Los Angeles area. Number 5, Porgy and Bess 1959. The story is set in the early 1900s in the fictional Catfish Row section of Charleston, South Carolina, which is home to a black fishing community, and it revolves around the title characters, crippled beggar Porgy, who travels around in a goat-drawn cart, and drug-addicted Bess, who lives with local bully stevedore Crown. Crown kills Robbins after the latter defeats him in a craps game, while high on cocaine supplied by Sportin' Life. Bess pushes Crown to run. Bess declines Sportin' Life's offer to accompany him to New York City. She seeks refuge with her neighbors, who are all unwilling to assist her. Porgy finally gives in and allows her to stay with him. Number 4, Robin and the Seven Hoods 1964. Big Jim Stevens, the unchallenged kingpin of Chicago's underworld, receives an unexpected birthday present from Guy Gisborne, his ambitious subordinate, instead of a stripper emerging from the cake. All of the guests shoot Big Jim. Gisborne assumes command. He demands all of the town's other criminals to pay him protection money, but insists that it's still all for one. Big Jim's pal and fellow mobster, Robbo, is not pleased with the news, and a gangland fight ensues. Robbo enlists the help of pool hustler Little John, who sings Any Man Who Loves His Mother while playing pool, as well as quick-draw artist Will and a few others, but they are still outmanned. Furthermore, Gisborne employs the crooked sheriff Octavius Glick. Will enjoys every bit of shooting up Gisborne's place. Bang, bang. Gisborne and Robbo come up with the same idea, to destroy each other's gambling operation on the same night. Number 3, Cannonball Run 2 1984. After losing the first Cannonball Run race, Sheikh Abdul Ben Falafel's father orders him to return to America and win another Cannonball Run in order to emboss the Falafel name as the world's fastest. When Sheikh Abdul points out that the Cannonball Run is not taking place that year, his father simply says, "Buy one." To ensure that his royal ulcer does not hinder him from winning, the Sheikh appoints Dr. Nicholas Van Helsing, who served as his in-car physician alongside JJ and Victor in the first race. The majority of the race's participants are enticed back, including JJ and Victor, who have obtained jobs with a flying stunt crew. Number 2, Sweet Charity 1969. Charity Hope Valentine, along with her buddies Nikki and Helene, works as a taxi dancer. She yearns for love, but has had horrible luck with men, as evidenced by her married boyfriend, Charlie, pushing her off the Gapstow Bridge in Central Park and stealing her $427 life savings. The song Hey, Big Spender introduces the Fandango Ballroom and its sleazily sensual setting. In many sequences during the film, Charity expresses her disappointment and wishes to her co-workers Nikki and Helene. Number 1, Ocean's 11 1960. Danny Ocean and Jimmy Foster, both World War II veterans, enlist 9 buddies from their 82nd Airborne Regiment to loot 5 Las Vegas casinos at the same time: the Sahara, the Riviera, the Desert Inn, the Sands, and the Flamingo. The gang meticulously arranges the spectacular New Year's Eve theft, as if it were a military operation. Josh Howard gets a job operating a garbage truck as a sanitation worker, while others acquire jobs at the numerous casinos. In one of the hotel's lounges, Sam Harmon performs. The backup electrical systems in each casino are discreetly rewired and demolition charges are installed on a local electrical transmission tower. The tower is blown up at midnight on New Year's Eve, and the Las Vegas Strip falls dark as the men sneak into the money cages, hold up the cashiers, and dump their collection bags into the hotel trash cans. Josh drives a garbage truck through the police blockade, picking up the bags. It appears that everything went off without a hitch. This concludes today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Please let us know what you think in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates.